Hello and welcome to ThePrint. I'm TCA Sharad Raghavan and I'm going to run you through the top 5 economic winners and losers of 2024. Now, of course, everybody is going to have a different list, but these are the ones that stood out for me. Let's start with the top 5 losers so we can end the video on an optimistic note. So, the first loser was the stock market. The BSE Sensex started the year at about 72,200 points. In keeping with its trend since the pandemic, it kept rising for the next 9 months to reach 85,800 by around the end of September. It's since then that something happened that leads me to call the stock market a loser in 2024. From September to now, the Sensex has fallen about 7,100 points. Why this is notable is because since the pandemic, the market has only been going up and has been resilient to external factors. But not this time. The second loser to find mention in the list is the Adani Group. The US indictments of Gautam Adani, Sagar Adani, Vineet Jain and several others has dented the group's business prospects. It was riding high after recovering from the allegations made by the short seller Hindenburg Research in Jan 2023. But these allegations are much more serious because they are being taken more seriously. French company Total Energies, for example, said that it would be pausing fresh investments in the Adani Group until there was clarity on the US indictments. Similarly, the US government's Development Finance Corporation has said it is assessing the ramifications of the indictments in the context of its $553 million commitment to a port project with the Adani Group in Sri Lanka. This comes on the heels of the Kenyan government cancelling $2.5 billion worth of airport and power transmission deals with the Adani Group. The Bangladesh government said it would review the power generation contracts signed by the previous Sheikh Hasina government, including one which it had signed with the Adani Group. On the day the indictments became public, Adani Green Energy said it was cancelling plans to raise $600 million worth of bonds issued in the US. Cancelled deals, partnerships under review, difficulties in raising funds. That's why the Adani Group is my pick for one of the losers in 2024. The third loser is corporate profits. After surging to a 15-year high in financial year 2023-24 in terms of corporate profits as a ratio of GDP, corporate India saw its Q1 and Q2 profits slip to low levels in the first half of this financial year. According to reports, corporate India saw its profits actually shrink 3% in Q1 of this financial year, the lowest since the pandemic. This situation carried over into Q2, with corporate profits shrinking further as demand continued to be poor. The fourth loser of the year is economic growth. GDP growth in Q1 of this year came in at just 6.7%, much lower than a prediction of 7.1%. In the second quarter, things became even worse, with growth slipping to 5.4%, when it had been expected to be about 6.5 to 7%. Now, the RBI and the Chief Economic Advisor have said that Q3, which will end on December 31st, is expected to be better due to festival demand. But the thing is, even with all of that, the RBI has lowered its growth forecast for the year to 6.6% from 7.2%. So growth has definitely suffered this year. The fifth loser in my list is the rupee. The rupee started the year on 1st January 2024 at 83.19 per dollar. As I speak to you, the rupee has comfortably passed the 85.5 per dollar mark and seems to be set for even 87 or 88 rupees to the dollar. Domestically, the poor corporate performance has had a part to play in foreign investors selling their rupees and taking their money out. And externally, the dollar has been strengthening against all currencies, thanks in large parts to sentiments boosted by Donald Trump's return. But that's all for the losers. Now let's get to the winners of 2024. The first winner on my list is Bitcoin. Bitcoin started the year at $42,280 per Bitcoin. It crossed $106,000 per Bitcoin earlier this month and is currently trading at about the $96,000 mark. Bitcoin is the third thing in this video to be affected by Donald Trump. His coming lit a fire in the market due to his pro-crypto stance. His friendship with Elon Musk, who has been a crypto evangelist for a while now, and several pro-crypto appointments to his council of advisors. The second winner has to be the Indian banking system. Through a systematic cleanup of the banking sector from the NPA crisis of the past, we're now in a position where public sector banks can cross rupees 1.5 lakh crore in profits in this financial year. This has been driven by two things: lower levels of NPAs or bad loans and high credit growth. Net profits in the previous financial year 2023-24 stood at rupees 1.4 lakh crore, and before that a little over rupees 1 lakh crore. So the gain in this year has been quite substantial. The third winner in India in my list are the renewable energy IPOs. From Premier Energies and Wari Energy to NTPC Green Energy, there have been several big ticket green energy IPOs in India recently, and many more are on the cards. This is a big win for India because the capital raised by these IPOs is helping these companies expand their operations and invest in growth. This has a twofold benefit for India. First, it of course helps us in our quest to increase the share of renewable energy in our overall energy mix. And second, as our domestic capabilities ramp up, we can stop importing modules and cells from China. The fourth winner on the list is investor protection. This is an important win because SEBI has found that over the years, Indian investors have lost about 1.8 lakh crore rupees after netting out the profits by gambling in the futures and options segment without knowing how it actually works. Further analysis by SEBI found that the bulk of the people losing this money were young and had relatively low income levels. SEBI over the year put in place several rules to curb this speculative trading, and that seems to be working now, with India's F&O trading levels starting to come down from the frenzy that they had been at. The fifth and final winner in this list are women. This year's state elections have seen women becoming the main recipients of the attention of political parties. This has come in the form of free transport, cash transfers, and several other incentives. This is a big win for women, of course, but also India. Several studies have shown that helping women financially has several positive knock-on effects on the future generations in terms of their health and education levels. But there you have it, my list of 5 losers and 5 winners in 2024. Thank you for watching and have a very happy new year.